Hi, welcome to Trans Joy. My name is Nikita, and today we're going to talk about how to get through, how to survive the election that's coming up. And as I'm recording this tomorrow, so let's kind of talk about, the challenges that we're facing, the challenges that we're all talking about, and I want to give a little bit of hope at the end. So with that, this video is going to get a little dark. I think in order to really find hope, you need to look into the darkness. And so we're gonna get into it, baby. So just as a forewarning, it is a trigger warning, we are gonna talk about suicidal ideation and plans and how to not do that and how to have hope, how to get through election night. So stick with me. I got a whole thing that I want to share with you. Okay, so number one, vote. So you need to vote. Just vote. Just trust me. Just trust me on this. You need to vote. Go vote. Vote early. Vote often. Don't like double vote, but you know what I mean. Like vote in every election. Oh yeah, the next one is how to not give up hope. So here's some things to consider. So it's looking really scary. The polls are like neck and neck and whatnot. There's a lot of things that helped get Trump into office. One of them was that the party was really split between the Green Party and the Democratic Party. So I'm not seeing that. I don't know if the algorithms are just not showing me that, but we seem pretty unified, similar to how we were in 2020 as a Democratic people, as a blue lady people. Like, I know that's a whole loaded term, but you get me. You get me. And actually the 50-50 split in the polls is advantage because then it scares Democrats enough to actually go vote. Okay, like go vote. I'm a little scared. I think you are too. Just you feel a lot better after voting. I'm gonna go vote today. And I think another thing too was like in 2020 or 2016 was that we didn't really think that Trump could win. Like, I think a lot of people were like, oh, Trump could never win this. He's too extreme. And we learned that that's not true, right? Like, collectively, we're like, okay, well, he definitely can win. So how do we make sure that that doesn't happen again? And then another thing to think about is America loves the status quo. Like, since we've been birthed as a nation, we have thrived, for better or worse, in this kind of status quo where change, like drastic change, has been hard fought. And that's probably not, that's the most likely thing here. Now, it doesn't guarantee it, but it's something to think about. One thing to watch out for is the red mirage and then the blue shift. So because of the infrastructure in the rural counties, red counties are going to be counted before blue counties that are more dense and require there's more votes to count, okay? So there's going to be a time where if you look at it, and if that's where things ended, Trump was winning in a landslide. And at that point, he's going to declare victory, okay? People are going to worry about it or whatever. That is going to happen. Trump will declare victory regardless if he's won or not. That is just something that's going to happen. So what to look out for next is the blue shift, okay? And we're really probably going to be counting every vote on this one, I imagine. So that blue shift is going to shift things blue back to the middle. Hopefully it's going to get all the way on the other side. Just 100% the electoral college. And then how do you get through the day itself? So my girlfriend and I, we're gonna stay home, we're gonna watch some Christmas movies, we're going to, have a pizza, and we're just gonna kind of check in on stuff, but also do some self-care and some distraction. Just allow yourself some space to just get through the evening. The other thing that I highly recommend that I'm gonna be doing is create something. I am definitely going to be writing. Writing has always been a really great coping mechanism for me in times of duress. And yeah, so make something. And I'm also thinking maybe I'll make some art. I like to make art. I'm not that, I'm not that experienced with it. I was going to say I'm not that great. I'm not that experienced with it. But yeah, make something that'll allow you to be present in the moment and processing these feelings in a healthy way. The other thing is don't make unhealthy plans. Okay, so that means like don't plan to binge any substances. Okay, yeah, take care of your body. Okay, your body is your body. That's like, you know, that's where you live. Take care of your home. And also with that then comes like kind of a harder thing to talk about. But like Mr. Rogers was always like, you know, the hard stuff is better to talk about than to not talk about, so let's get into it. And this is the stuff, like, trigger warning, this is gonna be the suicide stuff. So if that's not the best choice for you to watch right now, don't watch this. And find something else. Go find a cat video. But I've talked to so many trans people, and I've talked to other trans people who've talked to so many trans people, that our community is scared and feeling hopeless, and doesn't know how to get through another Trump election. Okay, now I know things are scary. If they get everything that they want, things can get really scary. And if you look at and I don't know about you, but I'm really good at catastrophizing. Are you good at catastrophizing? Where it's like you see, you know, I like my most extreme one is like within a week, like you know, we're out in the wilderness hunting for deer because civilization is shut down. Just like, it is statistically possible for someone to flip 20 nickels tails every time, right? It's statistically possible. It is unlikely. And so when you look at these catastrophizing scenarios, there's a lot of variables that lead to the worst case scenario that you're thinking of. And I get that you don't want to have to struggle through that worst case scenario, but you got to look back at all of the variables, all the coin flips that lead up to that. And you got to realize that even though that is probably a possibility, right? That it's very unlikely. That the most likely thing, again, is that we hit the status quo. Like somehow we come back to some status quo, some core struggle that America has been going through. That's the most likely scenario in anything. In my opinion, this is not my opinion. That's like your opinion, man. If you're thinking about ending things, don't do it, okay? Promise me you won't do it. Okay, I know things are tough, I know things are scary, but you're not alone. We're in this together. We have a whole community, and yeah, we're all oppressed and we're all traumatized, and but when we come together, we are strong, and we are heard. This is a thing that has happened and continues to happen, is that people see and get to know us outside of the caricatures that were portrayed in the YouTube holes. So don't end things, okay? Watch for that red mirage. But another thing to think about is that's what they want. They want us to just not exist anymore. That you know that, I know that. So if you just go ahead and unexist yourself, that's giving them what they want. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Make them work for it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've taken on challenges since coming out, is like, if they want to stop me from doing stuff, they need to work at it. They need to try hard to stop me, because I'm relentless, baby. Please don't give up hope, okay? You matter. And another thing to think about is if you go and unexist yourself, that's gonna hurt our community. That's gonna hurt me. That's gonna hurt my siblings and your siblings in a trans community. Don't do it. Don't do that to us, okay? Stick with it. We're in this together. You're not alone. We can get through any scenario. We'll figure stuff out. What we gotta face, I don't really know. But we're gonna figure it out together, okay? I promise you. I promise you. And look, you may feel stuck, you may feel hopeless, you may feel like there's no point anymore, but you don't know everything. I'm sorry, but you don't. I don't. No one knows everything. You don't know everything. You can't predict how the world's gonna go. history gives us some insight on what could happen, but a lot of different things have happened in history, so we can't just pick one scenario and automatically assume that it's going to be just like that. Okay? The world has changed. We have grown. How much is not enough? No, it's not enough. But like, we have so much work to do to get our community to where we need to go. Okay? And whatever you are doing, we need you to do that. Okay? What are your dreams, right? Like, what did you always want to be when you were a kid? What did you want to do in college? Like, what do you want to do now? Like, what are your dreams? Don't give up on your dreams, okay? Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on hope. Okay, well, anyways, I hope that wasn't too corny or anything. It comes from the bottom of my heart. It's really hard to hear so many people in tough situations and giving up hope. And I just wanted to make this video to help give people hope. I know, like, I struggle with it too. Like, it hit me for a while, hit me again, you know, keeps hitting me, where it's just like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. But, oh, one more trick for catastrophizing. So if you're gonna catastrophize a worst case scenario, also use that same process to think of a best case scenario. Okay, and then try to think that's also possible, right? It's also possible that Kamala can get the presidency, and she can just make trans rights a basic human right, and you know, like Neil Gorsuch can maybe convince all the other Republicans to be nice to trans people in the Supreme Court. It's like, these things are possible too. You know what I mean? Like, try to use that same processes for best case scenarios and other case scenarios, like middle of the way. That's where it's like the status quo. It's just things might just be normal, but like more intense or something. Anyways, those are my thoughts on all this. I hope that you get through the election okay. Definitely see you on the other side, and live long and prosper. Okay, bye. Also, do you like my new light? It's a rainbow.